Once upon a time, in the Scottish Highlands above the famous Loch Ness, lived a woman. A woman with a magical aeroplane. A magical aeroplane that would take curious explorers on a journey. A fantastical journey to the source of the mystical melodies that have haunted musicians since time began. An elusive source, shrouded in myths, monsters, and legends. Little did these wanderers know what strange adventures and people lay ahead.
I'm Mark Allen, a singer-songwriter with a guitar on my back, connecting with people one musical conversation at a time. Traveling down this open road, just me and you and the Holy Ghost. I hear the call, we're getting close. Around the bend there's a signpost to places, faces, through the moon and its phases. This melody keeps us alive. Half guitar will travel, half guitar will travel. I have guitar will travel.
Funding for Have Guitar Will Travel World is provided by...
Support for Have Guitar Will Travel World is provided in part by the following.
When life gets confusing and you don't know where you are, they say, keep your eye on the horizon. Easier said than done. But the best way? Get to the highest point.
So here we are getting to the top. It's gorgeous. I don't think this is even the castle. Everything looks like a castle. This is either one of two things. A grotto to shelter yourself from the wind, which it does. So it could have been. Or it could be a toilet. But I kind of doubt it. What do you think? Let's go on. I believe, and I'm pretty sure, that looks like a castle or a very large chess piece. I think.
And if my next experience was anything like the first, things were about to get even more surreal. It was starting to feel like I'd fallen down the rabbit hole, or maybe I'd fallen up.
This show is 100% accurate, by the way. We've meticulously done our research. We have an entire research team going through all of the facts, figures.
I'd landed in a place with chess pieces perched high above the sea, almost randomly. All of us together, taking in the beauty of it all.
We could ask our crack research team to tell us if this is sheep dung or cow dung, but I'm pretty sure that's sheep.
Yet I was here to get my bearings.
How you feeling?
I'll die.
A lot of worse places you could be doing that. So you gotta come join me.
In my case, following my compass has always meant
Explore a little bit more up the hill.
following the music. So who better to guide me than the local shaman of sound?
Yeah, I'm in the back of a van in Inverness, Scotland, being hosted by Rob Ellen, our newfound friend here. He's a music promoter. He's a tchotchke professional. I'm in the Medicine Show mobile studio. The medicine man gave me some medicine. I got my friends from Inverness here with me tonight.
One of the cool things I get to do in Nashville is I get to play in a pub in Nashville, and we usually would end the night with this song. And I had no idea that this is the actual pub that they got their breakout. They played this song, I'm sure they did.
You join Inverness yet?
I'd say so. I'm still recuperating from enjoying last night.
There was plenty of joy.
If joy is the most magnetic force in the universe, then the musical conversation might just be the surest way to get there. My introduction to Inverness, thanks to Rob, brought me in touch with both musicians and kindred spirits, like his friend Andrea, with the magical plane in her front yard. Folks whose heart and souls reflect the independence and pride of Scotland. And the best way to learn their stories? Follow the music. So it was fitting that I found myself at Hootenanny on the Scottish national holiday, Burns Night, a day of national pride celebrating the rebel, activist, and national poet of Scotland, Robbie Burns, who fought to keep the Scots language alive, despite it being shut down by the powers that be over 200 years ago. It's because of him we hear Scots spoken today. And I was about to meet another activist keeping the language alive, the musician Brian O'Hara.
This is one of the famous music venues in Scotland, started in the early 2000s. It's really been the home of folk and Highland music for all that time, and it's won awards for the traditional music awards and things like that.
So there's this stage, would more traditional sessions be done here?
Yeah, you'll have everything from just simple fiddle and accordion, and then you might have people singing a song either in Gaelic and Scots or in English, and then you'll have more rocky kind of folk rock bands. And then you'll have pipers up here with the big bagpipes, the Highland pipes, and the audience just jumping, and then you'll have, but now and again they'll have rock and pop.
Brian's passion and love for Scottish Gaelic and the Scots languages brought him to a place where he could help others learn and preserve them as well.
So in Scotland we have two indigenous languages, Scottish Gaelic or Gaelic, and the Scots language.
There's a Norwegian connection too, of course, because of the Vikings and how that influenced the cultures in both here in Scotland and Ireland. I mean, and so that's part of your heritage too, right?
Absolutely, and in fact some of the songs we've written are about, one of them is about St. Brendan, who travelled from Ireland all the way up to Scotland, to Shetland, to the Faroes, Iceland, Greenland, and then landed apparently in Newfoundland or around that area. And that would have been around 700 and something. And then of course the Vikings then made it to Newfoundland. There's people coming from all over, North Africa. The thing is that people were traveling, the easiest way to travel in the past was by boat. Therefore, we were on the highway.
And that highway becomes a musical melting pot of styles and influences from around the world, all coming together in a new and fresh way.
So even in the traditional song from Ireland, we call sean-nós, and in Scotland, sean-nós means old style.
Right.
You'll hear the turn of phrase. So I could give you an example of traditional singing from sean-nós singing in Irish Gaelic, and it would be Ayes a Christo nach mor an fial me bengrolem nis gani am le fa.
Wow.
So you can see that kind of either Eastern or kind of
can
Arabic.
Hear that. Yeah, you can hear the Arabic in there.
And some people sing in different way, but you can hear that.
I want you to do more of that. You brought your guitar, right?
I did bring my guitar.
Which you had fixed in Memphis, apparently, at one point.
I did have fixed in Memphis many years ago.
So you were singing that in Memphis?
Well, the thing is, when you sing like that, you don't sing with the guitar.
You're right. Yeah.
And when you have a guitar, all of a sudden it changes the way you sing. And I did notice that. I teach a Gaelic singing class every Thursday night online. People from all over the world joining in, obviously on mute, but singing along with me, thankfully. Not because they're terrible, but just that's the one thing when you're teaching a class, you have to have everyone on mute. And it's about the celebration of Robert Burns, the National Bard of Scotland, and the celebration of his works and his love of the Scots language. And this is one of the songs. It's called My Love is Like a Red, Red Rose. That's one of his most well-known songs. So fare thee weel, my bonny lass, fare thee weel a while, and I will come again, my dear, though it were 10,000 miles. In Scotland, it's called the carrying stream. It's the stream of tradition, the stream of consciousness, I suppose, and it was Hamish Henderson, the great folklorist, who used that expression as well. And it's something which we just dip into. It's coming from the past, going to the future. We are here at this one point.
Right.
We drink from the stream. We contribute to it as well, but it'll be there. It'll keep flowing after we're long gone as well.
Finding the headwaters of this stream takes you to some unexpected places. I had some vague idea that the origin of American roots music included the history of Scotland. But as I'm learning about that history, so much more starts to fall into place. One of the most significant events in Scotland was the Battle of Culloden. It was a 45-minute pitched bloodbath of a battle in April of 1746 that determined not only the history of Scotland, but America as well. Its repercussions are still vibrating to this day. As Rob and I arrived at the site of the battle, I was about to learn just how much.
It wasn't chosen for the battleground, and this obviously wasn't chosen for a battleground. It was the wrong place for a Highland charge. They hesitated as far as the charge was concerned, because that was the only weapon that they really had. And they were decimated by artillery fire, wiped out by musket fire and grape shot from the artillery. Then they fell, and then the cavalry routed them from behind. It only lasted 40 minutes.
I want to catch a couple of quick things while we're sitting here.
Yeah.
Is the way this battlefield that we're parked at, the entrance to the memorial and the site itself, how this shaped the culture going forward, and it swept across into America.
Yeah.
And it includes the music, and people in America celebrate the Highland Games and the Scottish heritage.
And I swear, if you were to look at the phone book in Nashville, you'll find more Macs, Mackenzies, McGilverys, all the Jacobite clans in the phone book than you'll find in the Inverness. And the other important fact to remember, and we had the Highland clearances, we had hundreds of thousands of people that were affected by that. So there was a mass exodus out of the Highlands. Our culture was banned here, so it only flourished in the Appalachians and particularly in Canada. As I was saying, some of the music and some of the traditions is just finding its way back now.
I think it's fair to say that this battle had a lot to do with the way our music sounds today.
Of course, a lot of the migration went into Ireland as well, but they were Northern Irish mostly that went to the Appalachians, and they were followers of King Billy. They were still ancestral Scots, and they were still steeped in the Scottish heritage. And that's where the term hillbilly comes from, because they were supporters of King Billy.
See, there you go.
And we're back at the Jacobite battles.
Raise a toast for us.
Okay, well, let's raise a toast, and it's Burns Night.
Burns Night, yes.
And he came here in only 40 or so years after.
What's his first name for
Highlands?
people that...
Robbie Burns,
Burns.
our national bard. It's his day today.
I had to study him in college, by the way.
Well, I'm pleased to hear that.
I'm glad I did.
And known, and this is all about the songwriters as well, he's known across the world for the one song that everybody sings on the bells at New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, Auld Lang Syne.
Auld Lang Syne.
And the Highlands left its influence on all his works.
Again,
after
music,
poetry, and community of whiskey.
Community, and food. Haggis.
And haggis.
Yeah.
So let's take a toast to the bards. Let's take a toast to the wandering minstrels like yourself that are here to help and to show us our own humanity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Slange.
Cheers. Slange.
After learning about the battle, I could never hear Scottish or American music the same way ever again. That New Year's Eve bell clearly rang in my head. I could hear the song trail from here in Culloden all the way back to Nashville and Bristol, Tennessee, and Virginia. Yes, it's in both states, and it's also known as the birthplace of country music. It's significant that Robert Burns' poetry and song are still celebrated to this day in Scotland. He was capturing the life and opinions of ordinary people and commonplace things. So cue up the music of Hank Williams, Johnny Cash, Loretta Lynn, and even Bruce Springsteen. They're all singing about the same thing, life in its rawest emotional state. And their songs reverberate back here from across the ocean a couple of centuries later. So the chance to celebrate Burns Night in Inverness was becoming even more important to me. I was lucky enough to meet up with another Burns, a self-proclaimed descendant of Robbie's, the singer-songwriter Doogie Burns.
I don't think Robbie would be upset because, he's probably my great uncle. And also, he wrote this in 1757 or something, so it's out of copyright.
Doogie's love of music is seen in everything he does.
I had run an open mic night before, and it was a bit of a disaster because in the open mics, Jimmy's going to sing a song and Jimmy's lying pissed in the corner. Well, I said to them, I'll only do it if it's not open mic, because I've seen lots of singer-songwriters in the area, a small cafe, but there were 40 to 50 people there, standing room only, and it was really successful.
His passion is especially apparent in his dedication to what I consider the heart and soul of music, inclusivity.
Yeah, I've met lots of people through music, lots of people through live music, lots of people through the internet music, and I hate having no music. If the car stereo's broken, I can't go anywhere.
And so he invited me out to Arteseer International Folk Club, just outside of Inverness, for a celebration of Burns Night.
It's an honor to be here with you guys. We just want you to know that. So.
It's nice having you.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to be here. I'll see you back in there.
Okay.
And what I found was a room full of people keeping stories and conversations about stories alive. There's no membership, and everyone is welcome to join in, sing a song, or simply just listen.
Anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome to everybody who's not been here before. Welcome to all the visitors.
The Arteseer Folk Club might be considered a modern-day roundtable, a meeting of equals, whether young or old, new or not so new. All musicians coming together as lovers of story and song.
My trusted friend.
Although I'd performed Auld Lang Syne for decades back in America on New Year's Eve, or Hogmanay as it's called here, it took on new meaning for me at my first ever Burns Night celebration, as well as my first ever haggis. I could hear in that carrying stream a long chorus of voices both predating Robert Burns and now immortalized by him in the hearts and souls of Scots and honorary Scots everywhere. Sometimes, I suppose, it just takes one voice to keep us focused on what's really important. And I would hear that advice from Auld Lang Syne yet again, in another persistent voice. Steve Feltham, Loch Ness Monster Hunter, and Guinness Book of World Records holder. Steve's originally from Dorset, on the UK's Jurassic coast, famous for its cliffs containing fossils of dinosaurs from 200 million years ago. But he traded one legendary coastline for another, moving up here on the banks of Scotland's Loch Ness over 30 years ago.
You've not come on the best of days. It's a bit blowy today out here.
It is.
Yeah. Normally you've got the whole of Loch Ness going straight off down there, which is quite a sight to see on a good day.
So how long have you been in this here?
31 years.
31 years now?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is my home, and for the first 10 years this van was mobile, so I'd drive round and round Loch Ness, different vantage points. This was always where I would come back to in the winter.
When did you really get fascinated with looking for Nessie?
Started when I was 7. I came here on a family holiday, age 7. Just got hooked on the possibilities of monsters in a Scottish loch. But in the mid-20s, went into a job that I hated, putting in security alarms in houses.
Right.
Hated it, and instantly thought, what do I want to do with my life? What is the thing that I'm going to regret if I don't do? And this voice was just saying, get up there and find that monster.
Like so much of its past, Scotland's history lies in its epic legends.
The mystery is first written about in 565 AD, so 1400 years ago, and that was a saint, Saint Columba. He came up here bringing Christianity to the Highlands. There were Picts before that, and on his travels along that side of the loch, he came across a funeral of a local tribesman, and the tribesman had been attacked by something in Loch Ness. So the saint had to send one of his minions across the narrows of the loch down that end to get a boat that was on the other side so that they could cross. And as one of his crew were swimming across, this monster rose up in the water and came steaming towards this person swimming, and the saint apparently made the sign of the cross and said, "Don't you touch him, you stay away, back where you came from." And this was all written down by the person that was keeping a diary of all the saints' great deeds. That's the first written account of it, 565.
Where was the iconic photograph taken that you see, the one that was in black and white? Is
that neck sticking up?
Yeah.
Nobody is really sure. There's a debate. He was probably on that side of the loch, because the photograph is the far horizon is just a black line. You can't identify where it is, and he never said exactly where he was. So, but it was a fake anyway. So,
have you developed a way of looking for? Have you ever seen it? You think?
Well, the methods I've developed have all been unsuccessful so far.
Yeah.
Well, apart from once I saw something at the other end, which I wouldn't be able to say it was definitely an unidentified animal, but it was a spray of water off the back of something shooting through the bay like a torpedo.
Really?
Yeah, which there isn't a mundane explanation for that at Loch Ness. So, but that was in the first year, and that really did make me think, God, it's going to be easy to solve this mystery.
Right.
And
I know that feeling.
Yeah, turns out it's not as easy as I thought.
What is your best guess of what it would be?
I would guess I'm inclined to. I'd love to. As a child, I wanted to find long-necked dinosaurs, like everybody.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's the answer.
Oh,
damn! You're disappointed. I'm disappointed. But it's not up to either of us what Nessie is. Nessie's whatever it is.
Sure.
And I'm inclined to think some kind of big fish.
So music. So tell me about your. You got to listen to music of some type. I mean, do you have a? Is it classical? Is it traditional? Is it like pop? I mean,
dance music. I'm very into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some good old psytrance. I do like some psytrance.
So as we discussed music, I learned about the various ways people have tried baiting Nessie. Some even with elaborate floating drums, recordings of the organ at Notre Dame in Paris, and even the music of Mozart, Handel, J.S. Bach, and Ludwig van Beethoven.
There was a French guy that turned up here in the mid-1990s. He was a bit of a cult leader, sort of a heavy metal character, long hair, leather trousers, bare-chested, and he hired a boat, and he draped this boat in black bin bags all over it, and then he put on the roof of it, he put 2 massive kettle drums, and then he spent a week anchored just out here in front of me here, and he spent all day long on the top, bare-chested, with these 2 big sticks going bang, bong, bang, bong, 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 bang, and so,
Did you finally chase him off? I mean,
I thought, well, that's the best bait I've seen at the moment. I'll watch him for the week if he's willing to do that.
But the music that really speaks to him, besides psychedelic trance, is music that, like Auld Lang Syne, carries a life message.
There's one tune, it's quite an obscure tune by a guy called Asad Avidad, and it's called One Day Reckoning, and the whole repetitive tune that is in that, the woman is singing, "One day we will all be old, think of all the stories that we could have told," and that hits home to me. If I hadn't set off on this adventure, think of all the stories I couldn't tell because these adventures wouldn't have happened, and that song really touches me.
And Steve's message echoes that of Robbie Burns, calling us to celebrate life, to wander many a weary foot since Old Lang Syne.
I mean, the universal thing about what I do for anybody to hear and understand is not, is there or is there not a monster in a Scottish loch? If you're interested in that, there's a lot of evidence for and against. The message that I represent is that it doesn't matter what your dream is, doesn't matter what it is that you passionately think, oh, I wish I could do this or that. You could want to be a musician, you could want to be a painter, you could want to climb mountains or swim the seas. Just do it.
Music has always been my beacon, and that passion is what certainly drew me here. Every culture has a voice, and music lets us hear it. Now my guitar and I set out in search of the next bright light on the horizon, letting the musical conversation be our guide.
Funding provided by
Support for Have Guitar Will Travel World is provided in part by the following.
All right, so here we are in the Colthale Hotel. I mean, it's a real historical, atmospheric place.
That's
Mark,
a heritage
isn't it?
pub.
It's it was once a drover's pub. It's still got that feel about it. The stone work in the bar and everything's fabulous.
The pub was the first thing that was built. That was the actual Drover's Inn.
We'll talk about this. We'll talk about a connection through Rick, who's taken this on as a new enterprise. But I'm talking to Mark Allen. Hello,
Hi.
Mark.
How are you doing, Rob?
Well, we've been together all weekend.
Yes, we have.
And it's been some weekend.
Yes, it's been an amazing weekend.
Yeah, we've had steam power. We've had something in the region of 20 engineering enthusiasts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been a steampunk weekend all the way
It's been
around.
steaming.
I know.
But Mark and I, we're old friends through broadcasting. Have Guitar Will Travel World.
Yep.
That's where we met, first of all. We want to talk about that as well. And we've got some ongoing news to tell everybody as well, which is fabulous.
Yep.
But it's all about music, Mark.
All right.
And you've been busy with the music.
I have been on a number of levels, but I'm glad to be back here in Scotland with you, and we'll be here this summer and got some cool things we're going to be doing.
Yeah, we're going to Belladrum, so I want to talk about that. But you've got new songs, so that's important.
I do, yeah. I'm going to give this a whirl quick. It's just a song about another trip around the sun. I think given the days that we're all in, and we've got astronauts around the moon again and all that stuff. So here we go. Move to the left. When you do the right, won't care. The face in the mirror is not the face, but your eyes really stare. You can't talk about yourself 'cause you don't know who you are. The mask you seem to hide behind always causes you temporary blindness. Walk away, 'cause you can't stay no matter how hard you try.
in mind, and you will find we will drift downstream just fine. The water splashes over us, always has and always will. Let it wash away the past, you know. Leave only what is real. Are you spinning out or having fun on another trip around the sun? When we're spinning around, we're never done. Just another trip around the sun. What I knew no more. You pulled me in and you closed that door. Where is it gone? Why have you heard? You heard this all before. Let it wash away the past, you know. Leave only what is real. Are you spinning around or having fun on another trip around the sun? When we're spinning around, we're never done. Just another trip on another ship. Another trip. Are you spinning out or having fun on another trip around the sun? When we're spinning around, we're never done. Just another trip around the sun.
Nice one, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
thank
Brand new song from Mark Allen. Singer-songwriter from Nashville, Tennessee, at least occasionally from Nashville,
Well, yeah.
Tennessee.
I'd always from Nashville. I've
Yeah.
been into the South and Atlanta, Georgia, and all that.
So
stuff.
spinning around the sun, coming round again for basically we're getting our heads together for Belladrum Festival this year, you and I, and I have to thank you very much for your support for all of that.
Absolutely.
Anyway, over the years,
Vice versa.
well,
Thank you.
it's nice to be able to contribute. That's for sure. And your Have Guitar Travel World
Yep.
TV show, that's contributed very much to the social fabric of the United States of America,
Well,
it would
it's
seem.
such a privilege to be able to have that air over the last year, and we're still on TV over in the States right now for the season 1, still airing
Yeah,
nationwide on PBS and Create TV.
yeah.
We had amazing response, and we're building up the plans for season 2, and we'll be working on that over the next year.
Without giving too much away, this might just be a kind of location finder for some of the stuff next year. You coming back to
absolutely. I love
Scotland?
going on location hunts.
I don't think you can get more atmospheric than getting on the Waverley and going
no,
around
that's
the
amazing,
Mull
yeah.
like we did
Yeah,
yesterday.
exactly.
So all that stuff's up online now on IMTV. This is a little session just to preview what's coming up in the summer. Now that came about, another trip round the sun from last summer,
Yep.
and your connection through David Pomeroy, who's connected with everybody in the
Right,
scene, and Regina McCreary coming with you last year,
Right.
and getting involved with Fiona Ritchie in Nairn,
Exactly.
and the Uniformed Church Choir.
But Fiona Seller, not Fiona Ritchie.
I said Fiona Ritchie.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fiona. Fiona Seller, thanks.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad I remember that because
Yeah, no, yeah,
I
yeah.
wish we were with Fiona Ritchie too. That would be great.
We'll do what we can. Our people should talk to our people.
No,
Wouldn't that be nice, actually? Maybe that's why she jumped in. Yes, Fiona Seller,
Yeah.
choir master at the United.
yeah, an amazing musician and become a good friend. And
Yeah.
through you, of course. And But I mean, if you want me just to briefly say what we're doing.
Yes, please.
Okay, so.
And briefly tell us, and it's difficult to be brief about David Pomeroy and Regina McCreary.
I can tell you this much. He's been a friend of mine for almost 30 years in Nashville.
Yeah.
He's I like to call him the king of musicians, as he's the head of the musicians union since 2013, 2014, and he's now the vice president of the National AFM.
I know.
And so he's a great bass player, a great friend. We
20 years in a row with Don Williams.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's been fighting for musicians' rights, especially in the entire states, really, but especially in Nashville. And it's we've just become really good friends over the years, and it's that connection you make with musicians, what the show is about, that causes people to be. You have that connection. I call it the musical connection, and definitely have that with Dave. Yeah. And we both love the culture over here in the UK, and love a good pint and all that too. Yeah. But that's just the entree to being able to like play great gigs like we're going to get to do again in Belladrum this year. And we're bringing his partner Regina McCreary, who she just gets on stage and we just get to be in her awe. Be in awe on her,
and the audience as well.
Aura, and so.
And I mean, just a little bit of back. How many Emmys as do you know? I think it was 8 or something.
Well, no, she was up.
Grammys, should I say?
Yeah, no. Well, she grew up in the African American gospel community, and her dad was the original founder of the Fairfield Four, famous gospel quartet. Yeah. She and her sisters grew up singing, and they're amazing. And but she's from Nashville, and so they're a Nashville original, which is harder and harder to find. And so, but they have known they know how to put soul in anything, and it's amazing. And so she toured with Bob Dylan back in the day. She's she and her sisters were Willie Nelson's backup band forever.
I know.
Backup singers, and they were featured on his 90th birthday special. And she's on stage the whole night, singing background. So you in your capacity as a musical catalyst, and with great amount of gratitude from me in my capacity as a music finder for Belladrum Festival, as well as medicine music, are bringing that show. Yes, yeah. So we are very excited. I guess we're going to be in 2 stages this year, and that's going to be wonderful. And we're going to call it the Have Guitar Will Travel World Nashville Gospel Revue. And
just a snappy title. I love a snappy title.
And so we don't know how many people are going to be on stage with us yet, but I said, we should probably have at least as many musicians on stage as there are names of the show.
At least as many. I think you've surpassed that already, because there was a local connection made, and this is the Have Guitar Will Travel connection working its magic. You went along and did a gospel service in Nairn with Regina and Fiona and all the choir.
The choir at the community church there in Nairn, and we're going to go back this year and do that as well. And we sing. She sings with the choir. We perform with the choir, and it's wonderful.
I think they're coming.
Yeah, that's great.
I think they're coming to Belladrum as well.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So we get to do that, and we're very excited to have the opportunity to bring it back again, and under the Have Guitar Will Travel World banner, and all that too. So as we, for me, it's just the whole point of the show is to make that connection with folks, and that's happening in real time. So.
Festivals are good places for that to happen as well. I think that's the whole point of my little corner of the festival. It's a social area where the musicians can relax in each other's company.
Exactly.
And it's kind of open enough that you got to play with the house band, and the house band backs up other people that come. We've got a pedal steel player that'll fit in with anybody's stuff.
Absolutely.
And I'll take this opportunity to thank everybody that's involved this year. We're launching that this week, so keep your eyes peeled and stay tuned for the full program announcement. We haven't got time to take that on just now, but I'm excited. I'm really excited. So we've got
more to come.
We've got Austin, Texas coming in the form of Patterson Barrett, who's just about played with. He just did the Opry last week with Stephanie Urbina Jones for the 8th time. So they're coming, and I can't wait for that. For Patterson and yourself and Dave and Regina to all be in the same company.
Great.
And that'll be happening at the Have Guitar Will Travel World Moose Hollow.
Yes.
Let's need to get that right, get the branding right. Yeah. And that's where you'll be hanging out during Belladrum as well. So tell us what's going on. I mean, we've got a mutual friend through Rick who introduced us through his bars and hotels, amazing bars and hotels in the Peak District.
Yeah, it's pubs and but we're up at the Coolfell Hotel, which is in Kilmilford, just south of Oban, and Rick is taken the plunge to bring this place back to life in a new way, and it's an amazing heritage pub.
And all his pubs have got history and heritage, but they've also got music at the heart of things as well.
So Rick's been with me. He's actually the genesis for the show was a
trip to Shetland.
A trip to Shetland was 4.5 years ago. Was a conversation we were having about travel and at his pub back in Hope. And so that's the whole reason the show even happened to begin with. Yeah. And then we just kept, saying yes and did things. Yeah. Here we are. So which is great.
So there's 6 episodes on the PBS Nashville website. Unfortunately, Britain hasn't got access to that.
Right. But there's a way, and if they reach out to Rob,
I've got stuff.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you reach out to me or through Rob, and we have links and we can share with folks so they can see the episodes around the world. It's only licensed for air in the States right now. But that may change. But if you, we'd love for you to ask, and we'll send you a link.
Agreed.
So check it out. So.
Agreed. Particularly the second one, which features 2 days in the Moose.
Yeah. The emphasis Miss Moose.
Excellent. So that's Mark. Mark Allen is with me here at the Coalford, and you're taking off back to Nottinghamshire.
No, Derbyshire.
Yeah. I've got to get that right, haven't I?
Yeah.
And
Robin Hood would be mad, man.
You'll be hanging, and are you doing stuff with Ash as well this?
Yeah, we've got a few gigs lined up with my trio in Sheffield, Ash, Mark, and Joe. We've got as we can because we travel a lot. But we've got a show in Sheffield.
And those guys are they've got other stuff up the sleeve as well, haven't they? Yeah, but check out Ash, Mark, and Joe. I'll put a link at the bottom of the stage, at the bottom of the screen for that as well. Thanks again, Mark.
Yeah, thank you.
Have you? I don't know. You've probably got something in mind. I should have discussed this before.
Well, I don't know.
How about the theme tune to the song?
Well, I can retune. Let me say. You talk while I'm tuning.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll be able to edit that out actually, and then come back. So I'll just come back in.
Traveling down
Fantastic. I love that song because it's got a real Celtic feel about it as well. It has a travel nature to it,
it's better the second time around because
You got
I
it
remember
right.
how I played it.
Excellent. So we'll see you at Belladrum, and thanks for joining us on this broadcast. You heard it first that Have Guitar will, and I'm delighted about this, Have Guitar will travel world, are official sponsors of the Medicine Show Radio, Miss Mobile and Miss Hollow for Belladrum this year.
We're gonna get that thing refreshed and on the road.
I know, and we've got a plan for it as well, so we've worked all that out too. So we'll see you at Belladrum, if not before, and hopefully in the company of the old Medicine Show Radio, Miss Mobile.
We'll make it happen.
We're gonna happen. It's gonna feel that way.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, brother. Thank you. Here's Jigman.
I'm gonna do that. There we are.
Here.